So you've determined that you do need an international MMSI number. Now, how do you go about getting one exactly? Hi, I'm Nico Waters, and welcome to the Boat Galley podcast. I'm sharing some tips and tricks and a little vocabulary that you might want to know before you go get yourself one of those international MMSI numbers. First, though, I want to talk about our partnership with the Salty Dawg Sailing Association. The Boat Galley is thrilled to partner with this educational, charitable organization that helps sailors realize their long-distance cruising dreams. Rallies like the Caribbean Rally, rendezvous like the Annapolis Boat Show dinner with renowned sailor Gary Jobson, every single Salty Dawg Sailing Association event helps guide newbies to independent decision-making and offshore confidence. There is still time to be part of the fun for 2023. Join a rally, join a rendezvous, whatever you do, join the Salty Dawg Sailing Association today. Salty Dawg Sailing Association. Sailors helping sailors. Visit saltydogsailing.org to learn more. That's SALTYDAWG sailing.org. If you're going to be joining the Caribbean Rally for the Salty Dogs, you will be required to have an MMSI number, an international MMSI number, that is. I did a podcast a couple of weeks ago about the different types of MMSIs and domestic versus the international. And if you need to go the international route, you definitely need to get it through the Federal Communications Commission. And yes, this is for American sailors only. So check to see what your country has as its own requirements. But if you're an American and you're going for an international MMSI, here are some of the things you need to know about. First of all, is you're going through the Federal Communications Commission. You're going through some iteration of their website. And there are two important pieces to know about that. You're interested in the CORES, that's the Commission Registration System. And you're also interested in the Universal Licensing System, so ULS. Those two things are pretty key. And what you're going to do when you are going to get your ship's license, because the first step of getting an MMSI is to get your ship's radio license. And if you're going to be communicating with ship radio stations outside of the United States, you do need to have one of these radio licenses, which will then give you an MMSI number that works internationally. So the first thing you want to do is you need to create your account number. And you need to get what is called an FRN, a Federal Communications Commission registration number. That's an FRN. And you'll be asked about that a number of times. And the way you get one of these is you go to the CORES site, and there is a link in the show notes, but you're looking for the Commission Registration System, the CORES, CORES, FCC CORES. And you are going to create a username. You're going to register for a username. And once you have that username, you will then automatically be given an FRN. That's an FCC registration number. That's all that means. It's just a registration number. Once you have that number in hand, then you go to the ULS site, the Universal Licensing System site. You're going to log in there using that FRN and the password that you used on the FCC site, and you will get an application form for a new license. The blog post that's associated with this actually has screenshots of what you're going to be looking for and how you find these things. And then you sign your application, and then you need to pay. But in order to pay, you actually have to log back into that first website, the CORES site, and you will click on Manage Existing FRNs. And then you go to FRN Financial. And be prepared with your credit card because it's expensive. A 10-year ship's license plus the application fee will set you back in 2023. It will set you back $220. Within 24 to 48 hours, you will have your shiny new MMSI number and be able to program any AIS or EPIRB or DSC radio. Note that if you're US based, if the device that you're dealing with has previously had an MMSI programmed into it, you might likely have to contact the manufacturer about sending the whole unit back to them about getting it reprogrammed. I will say that if you're having any trouble at all, like at all, the FCC customer support service by telephone is incredibly fantastic. I've included the telephone number for FCC customer support in the show notes. They are spectacular. They answer the phone, they're super patient and super helpful. And the times that I have had to call have inevitably consisted of patient, calm, genuinely helpful interactions that resulted in my issue being fully resolved. So don't hesitate to call for assistance. I believe that their hours are 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, East Coast time. So that's it. Things to know when applying for international MMSI is that you need to know that an FRN is simply an FCC registration number. The ULS is the Universal Licensing System. CORS is the Commission Registration System. And you are, yes, looking for a ship's radio license. I can't wait to share an anchorage with you, maybe somewhere international, when we both have figured all this MMSI thing and it's behind us and we're not dealing with any government agencies whatsoever, and instead we're just able to toast to our incredible good fortune at being able to live this amazing lifestyle. Have the most spectacular week. Thank you so much for listening to the Boat Galley podcast. We love hearing from our listeners. Did you know that we are going to be at the Annapolis Sailboat Show in October? There's going to be a Boat Galley booth. Carolyn will be there during the day. I'll be there in the afternoons. We're both teaching at Cruisers University, so if you're looking for a great way to get community and learn lots and lots of incredible things, head on over to the Cruisers U site and register for classes today. We'd love to see you. The Boat Galley is all about making boat life better. Sometimes that's small things, sometimes that's bigger things, but we certainly hope that this has helped you a little bit today. Have the most spectacular week.